Welcome to Canton Community Forum. I'm your host, Marcos Kraft. Joining me today are Charles Popping Chuck Bledsoe, Carlos Gabler, and also Bree Johnson to talk about the Rumpel Arts Center. Welcome. Welcome to the three of you.
Thank you.
All right, let's start out here. The Rumpel Arts Center. Let's start out with some background information. How long have you all been around? When did you all start out?
Started out about a year and a half ago. Unfortunately, that was before I was a part of the center, but I've learned from people who've been around from the beginning our glorious history. Started as a very, very small endeavor, a rundown space. Used to be a restaurant in Humboldt Park that's slowly been restored room by room, floor by floor, into a space that's there for dance, for art, you know, for pretty much whatever people's creative ideas are that they want to bring to the space.
Fantastic. And now, what sort of art is there that you have on display now?
We have all different kinds of art up just as part of the center. We have our students' work, we have our instructors' work, we have our staff's work. When you walk in the door and go up the stairs to the second floor dance studio, you'll see everyone's paintings hung up in that hallway, so that's going to be the first thing that'll greet you when you walk in.
And now I understand as well that it's not just artwork on a canvas. It's the other parts of art as well, music, dance. What can we expect to see if we were to go to the Rumpel Arts Center?
Depending on the day, you could see everything from a children's painting class to a hip-hop dance class to yoga to martial arts. We have different offerings, usually on a seasonal basis. Some instructors will only be able to volunteer for the summer. But we're really open to including all different kinds of things. We've had DJ classes before. We really are into urban art forms. We are known for a lot of our street art and graffiti-based classes, which we're not currently offering one right now, but we're hoping to for the summer.
Well, I can't let this go anymore. Chuck.
Yes.
Popping Chuck. Where did this come from? You got to tell me.
It was a name that was, I gave him to myself because I've been dancing so many years. And the guy goes, people go like, man, you pop a lot. I said, well, I'm calling myself Popping Chuck. But because before that, when I was younger, this is in 1980, we all had little nicknames for our dance, you know, for our, being a dancer. So my nickname was taken from my astrological sign. Back in the 70s, you know, everybody was into astrological stuff. So my name was Sir Leo because, you know, I was born August the 15th. So that was my name. And then from there, I was kind of into Prince, and I was Little Prince Charles. And after that, I just said, well, just let me use my regular name, Chuck, you know. So I started calling myself Popping Chuck. And ever since then, it's just history.
Just history.
Yeah, just history.
Now, how did you start out with your dancing? Was it way back when you were little?
Yeah.
When you were little?
When I was like 5, I saw a group called Don Campbell Lockers on Carol Burnett show, a variety show in the 70s, in 1973. And ever since then, I've been amazed with locking, and then from there the robot, and from the robot popping.
Now you are a teacher.
Yes.
Correct. Well, how do you teach your students? Because I know that there probably be plenty of people out there that are very interested in taking these classes, but yet they've never had one dance class in their life.
Right.
How do you draw them in? What sort of things can you show them that will calm their fears about? All right, well, I don't want to look goofy because I've got 2 left feet.
Well, usually what I do is I've had footage of me teaching classes. I kind of do a demonstration, and people are like, wow, that's kind of interesting. And what I'll do is I'll grab them to the side and say, well, just do this with me. Just lift your arm, put it down. Lift your arm, put it down. You're using rhythm, you're doing the movement, and after a while you become confident, then I'm actually doing it. you know. And then when I gather the other students and we're in the mirror doing it, the whole group is doing it together, so it doesn't feel like, oh, I feel silly. Everybody's doing it. And then everybody's smiling and, oh, well, this is cool, this is fun. You know, and the music is boom, boom, crack, boom. And we're all together, so then there's a oneness. You know, and then it's like, well, then your fears are calm and you're like kind of like, wow, this is cool, I can do it, you know.
And I would suspect as well that it's not students messing up, but more, hey, this is actually something new, and that I'm sure probably you can even attest to this, that you're even learning something new every day from your students as
Right.
well.
Right. Just learning how people work together, how to deal with them when they're nervous or they feel kind of insecure. It's kind of like I'm more like a dancing counselor or something. You know, I kind of help people through what they're doing. You know, and I feel that movement is very important because a lot of people, they have jobs where they go and they sit at the desk and they're in one place all the time. So to get out and move and have energy and be a part of a group is like, it's great. You build friends, you build relationships, and you also learn something you never learned before, and you become part of a bigger community. So when I tell people, you can go to a party and do this and be the center of the attention, and people are like, wow, where'd you learn that from? That's cool. And oh, Pop and Chuck showed me. Oh, where's that? You know, where's he teach at? And you kind of get the ball rolling, you know. And plus, you create, you're empowered. Basically, that's what the dance is for. Because when we were younger, it's about being empowered. We didn't have a lot of opportunities or a lot of things going on our little lives. So it's kind of like this empowered us. Like we feel like people are actually watching us. They're paying attention, and we're important. And that's what the dance is about, being empowered. Even locking had to do with brotherhood, and the handshakes had to do with the unity, because at the time there's a lot of social injustice going on, and the dance showed brotherhood between blacks, whites, Latinos, you know, whatever. If you come together, you can dance, then everything is all good.
Very interesting. Now, Carlos, you are a student. Well, first off, what classes have you taken so far, and how did you get started with it?
I take Chuck's class, and I take a few art classes there. I was kind of looking to get into some kind of hip-hop something class, and I stumbled on through the internet to Rumba Art. So I went one day, and I saw his class, and yeah, at first I was kind of intimidated because Pop and Chuck is really good, and you look at that, and you definitely do the wow. But he walks you through it really good. He breaks it down to you, like he was saying, well, show me how you'd walk, you know, and then stop and do different stuff, and then do it again, and then you're like, oh, okay. And as you work with the group, because Chuck really gets the whole group involved, and it becomes like a family environment almost, and the ones that know more than the other ones, they tend to help each other out and stuff like that. So it's really good, and as time goes, you progress and you start to feel much better about yourself.
Now,